Hey, what's up, you guys? It's your boy, Coach Cam. So, I am continuing our studio product review series. And by series, I mean it's going to keep going because we're always going to add gear. For those of you that don't watch Post and Destroy, I am a super gearhead. But if you want to learn more about content, and you wanted to see like two dudes talking about what it's like to kind of go through their creative journey, check it out. If you're looking for more leadership stuff, check out the L3 Perspective with me and Glenn. But at the end of the day, we just want to provide value. So here is one of the more recent, I think they're called like cinema stands that we just got for the studio. But at the end of the day, it's just to make things a little bit easier for us. So not only did I get the stand, but I also got the under it because I'm like hella bougie. And so, I can't be troubled with lifting a tripod throughout the studio. So anyways, comes in, newer. They're always really solid. I have a lot of newer stuff in the studio. It's like pretty dope. But that being said, this is the big boy. All of them come with the case. Just like all of us who own videography equipment is we have a million cases. So if you're anywhere in Northern California, stop by the studio and I will gladly give you a tripod case of some sort because I have way too many. And so anyways, this would look like, if you're working in the content or videography space, you recognize kind of this 3-pole setup that most cinema stands are going to rock. So it comes straight out the box. There's like a little clip here. So opens up like that, like so. One of the things that is super solid is it does come with, the plate just went over there, but there's a plate. Okay, and we're back. So the plate, I picked it up. I probably put a little rough cut there, but you're good. But anyways, plate goes on the top, and the whole premise is that you keep this on the bottom of your camera, and it's gonna go in here, and this thing is not going anywhere. If I'm being honest, even when I am taking it on or off, it could be easier, but at the same time, you don't necessarily want it to be easy, right? Because the whole point is that it's not going anywhere. And so what I honestly enjoy a lot about this is this handle. And although it may seem like something hella simple, when you are trying to adjust your cameras for a camera angle, we do a lot of podcasting in our studio, and you got to adjust the camera angles based off how people, how tall they are, how short they are, things of that nature. And so the handle really helps us make sure that we get a really good angle on it. And so it's not one of those ones, obviously, where the middle comes out. So as you'll see, there's no middle pole. There is this thing down here, and then the rolly thing that I talk about goes on the bottom. But ultimately, this makes life a little easier just because it's more sturdy, and we don't have to worry about someone accidentally knocking over a tripod and things of that nature. I got 5 kids, so they come to the studio, and now I don't have to worry about them doing that stuff. But this wasn't overly expensive either. I keep saying, oh, I got it for around, I believe this was around maybe $100, maybe $140-ish. Once again, links in the bio or in the captions below the description. I'll put a link for it. But it's been really handy around the studio. That's what all the cameras are right now that you see, minus the C-stand up there. But it has been extremely helpful in ensuring that the cameras are nicely safe and they're not going anywhere. This thing is built solid like a tank. So once again, solid newer product. But at the end of the day, it has been great. And this is one of the things that we're using in the studio. And so if you'd like a really kind of more in-depth description or review, let me know. I'll be honest, I'm new to this review thing, so I'm figuring it all out. But at the end of the day, we get a lot of questions about the gear that we use in the podcast studio. And so I'm really just trying to make sure we bring some value to you guys. So with that being said, I appreciate you guys as always. Let us know if you have this or why you don't have it. And we'll talk later. Cool. Peace.